Okay, guys, I finally did it. I finished all of The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra in under a month. And no, I did not chug all 7 seasons just for you guys. I actually did it because I have a crippling problem, like most of the population, that causes me to binge shows and never sleep. So, what did we learn from this? Well, I learned that watching a show for 8 hours straight can give you horrible headaches. And I also learned every single character is emotionally unstable. So, there's that. But, in the end, my final conclusion is it's not as good as maybe people made it out to be. I'm sorry if you really like this show. It's a good show. It's just everyone's like, this is the best show ever. You gotta check this show out. I love all the bending. Bend me, daddy. Oh my god. No. Stop
it.
Get some help. But I also learned the show makes you want to die. Not only because I watched it all in one sitting, but because some of the moments in the show just make me feel gross. Like, not only because the person who designed Toph has a serious foot fetish, but because people post things like this. Top 10 hottest Avatar The Last Airbender characters. You know what? I'll do one. Top 10 hottest Avatar The Last Airbender characters. Number 10, Appa. Number 9, nobody else because they're fucking 12. That also reminds me, everyone is constantly trying to hook up in this show. So I wrote a little song to prove my point. Aang Katara, that's a ship. Zuko Mei, that's a ship. Sokka Moon, that's a ship. Also Sakasuki, that's a ship. Appa Momo, kinda a ship. Korra Mako, that's a ship. Mako Asami, that's a ship. Iroh T, that's a ship. Ty Lee and like 50 other guys, what the fuck? Jinora Kai, that's a ship. Bolin Opal, that's a ship. Pabu Naga, that's a ship. Azula Psycho, there's no ship. That guy's there, owns a ship. Solo.
Yeah. All these motherfuckers always be hooking up. Oh, they're fucking 12. Get the fuck out of here, you weirdos.
Has no hair, double ship. These two bad guys, that's a ship. There's like a million other ships. The song is dumb. It's a long bit. It's way too long. Now that we covered how you can say shoddy bad as much as you want in prison, let's move on to the meat of the show. The first season starts with Angry Ponytail being really mad about his daddy issues, and comic relief guy and love interest finding main character. After this happens, they run around for a season, doing whatever the fuck they feel like, and then they fix misogyny. Yeah, the first season was pretty simple, but like most first seasons of shows, it has just a lot of, little moments and episodes of them just screwing off, because that's what, first seasons do. They're not very story intense. Then you get to the second and third season, and just a ton happens. But right before we get into that, I just want to mention how every single character in the show either has mommy or daddy issues. Try to think of one that doesn't. Yeah. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, the second season starts with retarded king. Nurbles, you can't stay that. My bad. Mentally deficient king being completely unaware that his fucking second-hand man is evil and trying to take over whatever he wants to take over. I honestly don't remember. And you get introduced to a new character known as Foot Fetish Girl. Most of the season takes place in Ba Sing Se, which is a city that thinks it's so cool that it's 3 words. Then Appa gets kidnapped and I have a mental breakdown. But the season redeems itself because Twitchy Eye, the main bad guy of the last season, opens a tea shop with my favorite character, Fat Tea Uncle. So, it's a really nice moments. It's actually really nice. And the season ends with Twitchy Eye's sister, known as Psychotic Bitch, shows up and she's like, I'm gonna kill the Avatar cause you're not. And he turns from good to bad to good to bad to good to bad and ends up killing the Avatar. Don't worry though, the Avatar's obviously not gonna stay dead. So in the third season, fucking Katara uses magic water to save the Avatar, and 90% of that season is little bitch Avatar complaining about, oh, I can't help, I'm so useless, I'm depressed. And then the 10% of the show is actually really cool things. But the third season ends with him pulling a Steven Universe and not killing the main evil bad guy who committed genocide. He's just like, you better learn your lesson, and he takes his bending away. I mean, come on. Just kill him. It's just so much easier. And after watching that show, I seriously thought to myself, maybe I should take a break. I know, crazy, right? I'm like, I'm seriously sleep deprived. I'm having really bad headaches. So I proceeded to take a break from TV for one day. Then I got right back to Korra and watched it all in one sitting. Thank you, God, for this ability to ruin my brain. Just destroy it. Now, time to talk about Korra. So it starts with Mr. Bolin, horny man, and Mr. Mako, angry man. But then Mako turns not angry because he gets hit by a fucking truck and gets horny. God, love these writers. But honestly, the first season is actually really good. It slaps so hard. Pro bending is super cool, and the characters, they're not as interesting, but they're alright. And they even expand on blood bending, which they only touched on one episode in the last show, so that's pretty interesting. And Ty Lee, who was a chi bender, they touched more on that, like a ton. So that was really cool. But they had to give Korra the fucking most angry, giving up attitude out of anyone. They're just like, I can't do it, so I'm mad. And then they introduce the bad guy, who's basically just racist. And the show ends with the bad guy's brother, who's bad, finds out that his brother's bad, and he decides that makes him good now, so he kills them both. And that's the end. And then the next season, I don't even want to talk about. It is so bad. They all talk about the spirit world, and it's really dry, and none of the new characters they introduce are interesting. And the main bad guy, all he wants to do is become the dark avatar. Like, how generic. He just wants to be evil. Come on. It was really bad. But they redeemed themselves with the third season. So the third season consists of 80% baby Abbas, which is just a great choice. Made me very happy. 10% training all the new airbenders who basically spawn from the dark avatar doing some weird shit. 5% fighting vines. And 5% coolest bad guy group ever. The bad guys are actually really cool and have kind of a cool, like, idea. They don't really believe in an avatar. They're like, everyone should have right. They're just like libertarian anarchists is kind of their view in the world. So they just want no order, which it's a real view. So it's kind of interesting. And then the show ends by Korra almost dying due to poison and suffocation. Really intense. And all the airbenders make a little special tornado and save the day. And then we roll into the fourth season, which is almost 100% Korra being all mad that she was injured and not able to use her abilities for like 3 years. And she's just crying the entire season. And then it ends with her fighting a giant robot mech and beating the mech, obviously. And then these two ladies are like, let's be lesbian and go on vacation. And then it ends. Then the show ends. There's really no conclusion. So, what do I think of that show? Well, here's a tier list of every season. You know, what I really thought was good and what I thought was bad. So, check it out. You may be thinking, where's the Legend of Korra second season? Oh, it's down here in the piece of shit go to hell category. Well, what were some of the weirdest moments? Well, all the main villains had a beach day. And they cried the whole beach day. Entirely hooked up with like 50 dudes. And both the avatars in the last season of their show were just all edgy and like mad that they were like not as strong as they used to be. Then Psycho Girl had a moment where she decided to cut bangs.
All right, Hair. It's time to face your doom.
What a shame. You always had such beautiful hair.
And then there was a play where they basically reenacted all of The Last Airbender in the third season of The Last Airbender, and it was actually really funny. They accepted all the tropes that their characters possessed. And then every single character in that show has, like, mommy and daddy issues. Okay? Like, try to think of a character who doesn't. None of them don't. They all have those issues. Sorry for ranting on a little bit long today for this episode, but it was a big show. There was a lot to cover, and I give both the shows 8 moments out of 10. And obviously, there's just way more to talk about, but I'm done. It's almost 10 minutes long. My videos are never this long. So, last but not least, this motherfucker tried to ruin tea time with Daddy T. I'm a babe bender, and I'm bending all the babes. Bend them over beds, bang. I'ma get 'em laid. I'm a babe bender, and I'm bending all the babes. bending all the babes. Bitch, I'm bending all the babes. I'm a hater, well, that's what they say. They say I'm a naysayer, but really, bitch, I'm just a motherfucking player. I'll see you later, but bitch, I'm your mayor. So bow down now, everyone knows how now. Brown cow, yeah, my head's shiny like an egg. But bitch, I'm just fucking ang. I'm gonna go out with a bang. Shiny head, man, that's my thing. Bitch, I'm gonna share. Move the silverware, cause I'ma bend your bitch over the table and the chair. I'm a babe bender, bitch. I'm a babe bender, bitch. Bitch, I bend your babe and your bitch is who I'm bending. Ooh, I'm a babe bender when it comes to style. I'm not mild, I'm taking them for a hike 100 miles. Bitch, I'm so fucking stylish. I'm the bending air, or last air bender with no hair. Woo! Not done yet. Hanging like a hanger with thing, cause I like to hang with thing, but not to hanging, because bitch, that's a bad idea. I'm a babe bender, I'm a babe bender, woo, woo. I'm a babe bender, bending all the babes, woo, woo. I'm a babe bender, I'm a babe bender, bending babes, bitch, bitch, cause I'm a babe bender. Ho.